making water available for farming, and using technology to boost production. Initiatives by the government to advance the agriculture sector. Stay with us for the details. Hello and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Sandra Clark. Also on our show, a word of advice. As you seek employment this summer, check the offers carefully. You don't want to get caught in the human trafficking ring.
It's the 66th staging of the Denby Agricultural Show, and this year there's something special, a Denby Farmers 5K walk run. Come out on Sunday, July 8 at the Denby Showgrounds in Maypen, Clarendon, and do it for charity under the theme, Run Come Support the Farmers. Registration ends on June 30, so download your application form from the Jamaica Agricultural Society website at jas.gov.jm. Proceeds are in aid of the Jamaica Agricultural Society Disaster Relief Fund. Entry fee for individuals is $1,000 and groups of 20 people or more pay $800 per person. So at 6:30 a.m. on Sunday, July 8, join the movement of hearts and feet in a unified effort to support farmers across Jamaica who look to the JAS for support in times of disaster. That's the Denby Farmers 5K walk run. Run come support the farmers.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, June 28. The first batch of 209 recruits under the Jamaica National Services Corps, JNSC, has successfully completed the program. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the 4 phases of training over a 1-year period has equipped the graduates with important life skills.
Today is a celebration of all that is right with Jamaica. It is a celebration of endurance and achievement. It is a celebration of hope and indeed a celebration of faith. Government, families, and the wider Jamaica has in your ability to exceed expectation and live a life of which we all can be abundantly proud.
The Prime Minister was speaking at Tuesday's passing out ceremony at Up Park Camp. The JNSC is part of the Learn, Earn, Give, Save initiative of the HOPE program for unattached youth ages 18 to 24 years old. The 209 recruits underwent a modified version of the Jamaica Defense Forces traditional basic military training in its operational units. They also received vocational and on-the-job training. Public service delivery in the region is expected to be improved with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Caribbean Center for Development Administration, CARICAD, and the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. The signing took place during CARICAD's 35th Board of Governors meeting at the Courtly Hotel on Tuesday. It provides for capacity building and development in the region through public sector administration.
This MOU will offer us an opportunity to avoid duplication of effort and instead to work together harmoniously to deliver on the objectives that we share.
This framework agreement gives us the opportunity to partner with CARICAD to shape public sector administration in the Caribbean through teaching, through joint collaborative research, through partnerships in different areas, we could advance public sector administration.
CARICAD is the region's focal point for transforming and modernizing public sectors of member states, having become fully operational in 1980. The Jamaica Information Service, JIS, is moving ahead with plans to implement advanced technology systems for the digitization of its assets. With the approval of over $28 million by Chase Fund, the JIS has begun the procurement process for digitizing equipment, software, and also the engagement of professional support.
The GIS is far advanced in preparation for digitization, which bolstered by the newly adopted intellectual property policy, is expected to protect assets, improve efficiency in production, and boost revenues.
Minister Henry was delivering his sectoral debate presentation in Parliament on Wednesday. In addition to the digitization of assets, the JIS will also be integrating new technology at the new location for the television department and its intellectual property management system.
Going forward, Mr. Speaker, the JIS will secure cutting-edge information communication technology systems and equipment acquisition to enhance its performance in the delivery of services, as well as to ensure compliance with records management and best practices.
A division of the Industrial Dispute Tribunal, IDT, is to be established in Montego Bay by March 2019. Minister of Labour Shahini Robinson said a location has been identified and work will be done to have the division up and running by the specified timeline. Minister Robinson was making her sectoral presentation in Parliament on Tuesday. She said the Industrial Relations Department within her ministry continues to work closely with employers and workers to reach a mutual agreement in order to maintain industrial harmony and peace.
I'm pleased to report that during the 2017-2018 financial year, the ministry was able to resolve 70% of the reported industrial disputes. We will be further strengthening the industrial relations machinery through a series of seminars and workshops for labour officers to expand and improve the ministry's capacity to respond to issues affecting workers and employers alike.
Still in Parliament, Minister Robinson said her office will be increasing its monitoring of employment agencies offering jobs overseas. This is being done to clamp down on agencies that are scamming persons of money through false advertisement.
We intend to increase our monitoring of employment agencies. Our website is updated regularly so clients can view those agencies that are licensed, and every Sunday there is an ad in the classified section of the newspapers warning persons not to pay monies to people purporting to be able to place them in job overseas. And the Ministry of Labour does not charge money to send people overseas.
To safeguard persons from being trafficked through these false employment agencies, the Labour Ministry will be starting a human trafficking sensitization program with agencies and their clients.
We are also taking steps to amend the Employment Agencies Act to expand the range of breaches covered by the legislation and to allow for the application of stiffer penalty measures.
And finally, the statue of Olympian Shelley Ann Fraser-Pryce is to be cleared at the wharf this week. Sport Minister Olivia Grange gave the assurance at the ceremony on the weekend to unveil a maquette of the sculpture. The Basil Watson designed statue is part of the sports segment of the Jamaica 55 Legacy Program and will be erected at Statue Park in the National Stadium Complex this October. Minister Grange says Fraser-Pryce, who is one of 4 outstanding sporting stars to receive a statue, is deserving of the honor.
Shelley Ann remains the only female sprinter to be crowned IAAF World Champion over the 100 meters 3 times. She is the second female sprinter to hold both world and Olympic 100-meter titles simultaneously. She's the only female athlete to reign as both world and Olympic champion on separate occasions.
I'm just really pleased to be able to stand here and look back at my past and where I am now, and how much, track and field has given me the platform not only to, to express myself and to, to have fun and to achieve things, but to also inspire a generation of young ladies who are looking for someone to look up to.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Nicky baby, come here. You understand, so I have to send you guy your auntie so you can go to school and turn out better than me.
If you or anyone you know has been a victim of human trafficking, call 811 or 1-888-PROTECT. Be wise. Open your eyes. Spot them. Stop them. A message brought to you by the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons.
With summer approaching and the demand for short-term employment increases, We advise you to thoroughly check those offers to avoid being caught in the human trafficking ring. We start you off with a few signs to look for.
Michelle, what Shana doing now like how she leaves school?
Nothing. Song for me every day. But a man promise a job of foreign. Them a look about paperwork and everything. Even visa and passport.
What she going up there to do? Who she going to stay with? You going to get a number for her that you can contact her?
When I ask the man, him says stop her myself.
I don't like the sound of this, Michelle. Might not take them one, take away your picnic. You ever hear about human trafficking?
Trafficking?
Or trafficking in persons, the same thing. Why you watch that video here? See if it's it them go and do it, Shana.
Alright.
I'm afraid to die.
Trafficking in persons by law is a criminal offense. Those who perpetrate this crime usually do so in unsuspecting ways. It could be a friendly invitation to another part of the island or another country, or even through enticing job offers. Persons who get caught up in this web aren't necessarily naive individuals, but human traffickers are sophisticated criminals who put a lot of thought into disguising their nefarious intents.
Not all persons who promise a job, etc. overseas after graduation can deliver or plan to deliver. So what they do is lure them into thinking that there's a better life somewhere else. And persons will respond to it. What they'll do is that they pay the ticket and they'll invite you up. Once you're there, they take your passports and then you're placed in servitude.
It is at this helpless stage that victims are forced into unpaid labor or prostitution. The best way to get out of these situations is not to enter them in the first place. So the authorities are cautioning persons to be more vigilant.
You are not supposed to be able to get a visa without your attending or that your parents, if you're a minor, right? So nobody is supposed to be able to legitimately give you a passport with a valid visa without you having gone through that process.
Before you even reach that stage, you should try to get answers to some very important questions once an offer has been made to you. Ask, where am I going? Where will I be staying? Who will be responsible for me? And what do I tell my family?
If you cannot give that information out of this encounter that you're offered, if you cannot give that information that can be checked, then you ought not to take it on.
I don't know where I am. They've taken all that I had.
Doreen, I'm glad you showed me this video. It made me want to ask the man more questions because I can't let him take Shauna. I don't know where she gone.
I'm glad you understand the signs of trafficking in persons. But keep watching more information in the program.
Statistics across the world have revealed that women and children are more vulnerable to human trafficking. However,
we see young, bright males, young, bright females, university graduates. We have people from difficult circumstances, people in the main who have been tricked, so it varies.
I also think any person who doesn't have sufficient information so that they can assess an offer that is being made to them is vulnerable as well.
To protect all its citizens, the government has intensified its public awareness campaign. Persons are being given information to guard themselves and others against this crime.
We're going to be giving out some business card size facts on trafficking to the workers in the sector who would be exposed: customs, immigration, the police. So at a moment you get into your pocket and you have the facts, is this what I'm seeing?
We can identify persons being trafficked by certain behaviors being displayed. A person behaving unusually timid is one of the classic signs of someone being trafficked.
Persons who are leaning onto this adult, not like a parent-child kind of arrangement, but it's almost like you're kidnapped, but you are afraid
to let anybody know that this is your situation. And we have to look out for those people who are moving around with no confidence.
I like when the government send no information to the people. It's stuck in my head. From now on, I'm not taking anything for granted. Thanks for showing me the video.
No problem, man. We have to share information. This is one way of ending the cycle.
This information-based strategy by the government is a cooperative approach with citizens that seeks to preserve and enhance a secure and protective environment for all. Now that we have the information, let us use it to our advantage. Our main source of protection against the trafficking in persons is to be aware of the offense.
It's been 11 months.
7 years. 12 years.
Since I became the most important person in the world.
It's a big responsibility to know that her future is in our hands.
I have to tell him and show him that he is my number one. I want to prepare them for life's journey. So as them grow, them know the difference between right and wrong.
I gotta make sure we keep him out of bad company. Because if I don't raise him right, the streets are gonna raise him. I feel, she feel.
If me stumble, him fall. Knowing I'm responsible for their future and they're responsible for Jamaica's future.
So I won't give up or allow her to quit. I'm gonna make sure I'm stay on the straight and narrow.
Me prefer to tell them no now than watch them regret it later.
Because to the world, I'm just another person. But to my child, I'm the whole wide world.
Government is committed to giving rural communities potable water. Through the Government of Jamaica Adaptation Fund program, this was achieved in the farming community of Low River in Trelawney.
Farmers, the lifeline of the food chain. Water, the precious resource that helps to grow the food we love. Put them together and we get an agriculture sector that will produce on a consistent and sustainable level. So the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries is continuously implementing projects to connect farmers with water through initiatives like the Government of Jamaica Adaptation Fund program. The agriculture component of the GOJ Adaptation Fund program is to build farmers' resilience against climate change. With over $250 million Jamaican dollars in funding, farmers in vulnerable communities are being trained in best practice methods such as land husbandry and equipped for rainwater harvesting and improved irrigation infrastructure. Beneficiaries are small farmers in the parishes of Trelawney, St. Mary, Manchester, St. Catherine, St. Thomas, St. Anne and Clarendon. We journeyed into the hills of Low River in southern Trelawney to look at the work being done to harvest and distribute water to the predominantly yam farming community.
The Low River Water Harvesting and Irrigation Scheme is just under $2 million. One of the systems that has been most far-reaching, the fact is that to date we have just about 70 householders that have been connected to the system, and that is directly impacting about 350 community members. This system comprises of an entombment. What we have done, we have improved the entombment. We have built a wall across this area here, about 5 to 6 feet in depth and about 12 feet across. And that has improved the water storage capacity significantly. It was about 9 feet prior to the intervention, and now the 6 feet that we have added brings it to about 14 feet in depth.
To increase the flow of the water from the hill, the 3-inch pipes which connected the system before were changed to 6-inch pipes.
And that is what accounts for the significant pressure that we observe down in the community.
Prior get to the improved water system, community members would have to come here and catch water for domestic use, while the farmers had to go to the river to catch water for irrigation purposes.
So you no longer have to go to the river to take up water?
Me don't think so.
Because the water is at the farm.
The
pipe run, everything going in process. We don't have to go to the river. We don't have to pay the extra money for you to carry the water.
I think this water system would help us better now.
Presently, we have an approximately 470 farmers who benefit from the system. These farmers presently cultivate some 267 hectares of land. We are encouraging farmers to farm what we call climate smart agriculture. And this project certainly is a way to assist these farmers in order for them to produce all year round and in order for them to support, especially the import substitution program that the government is presently promoting.
The Low River Water Project was started in 2014 by the residents and Councillor of the Lorimer's Division, Paul Patmore. By enhancing the water system, the Government of Jamaica Adaptation Fund program was able to not only increase the flow of water, but also ran pipes along the main, and the residents took it a step further.
They have gone ahead and invested in pipes, in black tanks, to take the water from our distribution line into their household. So this is a real partnership between the community and the project.
I would just want to take time out just to say thank you to the management and staff of the GOJ project, and we really appreciate it.
Many of the farmers have testified that they are able to go back into production, expand their production, and quite a number of householders are now living more comfortable in terms of having access, increased access to water, both for irrigation as well as domestic purposes. The greenhouse that was out of operation because of the lack of water, preparation is being made as we speak to recommission that greenhouse into production. Transportation comes as far as from St. Anne, Clarendon, Manchester, to collect water, to carry back to those communities to service farmers as well as community householders or domestic as well as irrigation use.
The next phase of the Low River Water Project is to connect the farmers with on-farm irrigation systems.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Technology has played an integral role in advancing the agriculture sector, and the Ebony Park Heart Academy's Piggery Division is proof. With the use of new technology, they are producing pigs of high quality standard. Take a look.
In 2012, government implemented a supply management regime to reduce the importation of pork meat. And today, the Ministry of Agriculture is reporting steady growth in the pork industry. Pork imports reduced by more than 38% at the end of 2014, coming from imports of over 3 million kilograms in 2011. The period also showed no imports of finished ham or pig parts for the production of ham. This has helped to secure the investments of local pig farmers. And to ensure that the local demand is satisfied, the Agriculture Ministry is assisting with the production of pigs through the Piggery Division of the Ebony Park Heart Academy in Clarendon. This state-of-the-art facility produces up to 125 pigs per month. Here, the selected breed of pig is raised in an air-conditioned like temperature.
The type of animals is a cross between a Yorkshire and a landrace. And what happens, we get a F1. So all the animals inside here, they are F1 gilts. And this area is a cool area because we have a cool cell system. It operates like the AC system with the fans that assist it to move cool air through the pen, and it cools down the animal because pigs normally operate best at temperatures of 55 degrees Celsius.
The breeding process is done through artificial insemination, and this is done twice daily. A number is then given to the animal to represent the time at which it was bred. And within approximately 4 months, piglets are born.
This genetics, it is favored by most persons because you get a large litter size and the growth rate is very high. So you have litter size up to 17, and within 6 months times you have pigs growing up to 100 pounds and probably over.
Special care is given to these little ones. Within 24 hours after birth, they are processed. Their needle-like teeth are clipped to prevent them from hurting each other and their mother during feeding. The tails are also clipped for safety reasons because you know they can easily pull on it or bite it during play. One aim of the facility is to produce infection and disease-free pigs. The males are also castrated to prevent breeding through natural contact. This piggery facility has 3 areas. First is the gestation or breeding area. 2 weeks before the gilts give birth, they are transferred to this section.
They spend normally 1 month around here, and when we wean the piglets, they go to the nursery area, and the sows go back to the gestation area to be bred again, and they normally come on to eat 5 to 7 days after they have been weaned or the piglets have been removed from them.
The last of the 3 areas is the nursery, and it does not have any cool cell system. The reason for this is to get the piglets adjusted to regular temperature in preparation for their transfer to other farms.
So when farmers buy them, they won't have any difficulty with them, or the animal won't be stressed, so they won't get slim or anything like that. And they normally spend 8 weeks here, and then they are shipped to other locations for fattening. Farmers buy them also for pig production.
The Ebony Park Heart Academy Piggery Division has been making a difference in the pig pork industry, supplying farmers with improved breed stock, contributing to agriculture and the economic development of the country.
This helps to sustain the pig industry by providing farmers with a production line, so they can always come to Ebony Park and buy pigs. Oh, and the turnaround time is really quick, so they benefit from it, and the profitability is great.
We've come to the end of our show, but certainly not the end of our connection. Just click on our website, gis.gov.jm, and while you're online, send your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at gis.gov.jm or via tweet at GIS News. Join us again tomorrow for another program. On behalf of the production crew, I'm Sandra Clark. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.